Good evening. Tonight on Snarky AI News, one bill, 9 steps, from a napkin idea to the law of the land. It's called the National Zipper Merge Act, and it's already made someone very, very angry.
You want to make it a federal law that I have to let the line cutters in?
Wait, there's a coin for this, right? Tell me there's a coin.
Our bill is introduced by Representative Cade Standstill, an independent from Houston, Texas. In the House, a member introduces a bill by dropping it in a mahogany box on the House clerk's desk called the hopper. It then gets a number, H.R. 1004 in our case, and is sent to committee. An idea becomes a bill when a member decides a public problem needs to be solved with a law. For our new bill, studies show that late zipper merging shortens backups, but states use it inconsistently, so it needs to be a national standard.
Cade Standstill! Of course the pro-merging guy is named after a traffic jam!
A bill about merging introduced by a guy named Standstill? That's not a name. That's a code.
Obviously, this goes to the Department of Merging. Third door on the left, past the Bureau of Roundabouts.
There is no Department of Merging. In the House, this goes to the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, specifically the Highways and Transit subcommittees. In the Senate, highways fall under the Environment and Public Works Committee. The Commerce Committee, which oversees highway safety, could share it because our bill also has a driver education piece. Bills can actually be referred to more than one committee, but most bills fall under the jurisdiction of a single committee.
2 committees for one bill. Wildly inefficient. I approve.
At least 2 sides would lobby, for it and against it. Supporting it would be driver and safety groups like AAA, the Governor's Highway Safety Association, and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, because the zipper merge cuts crashes and congestion. Against it, or worried about it, would be groups like the American Trucking Associations, over lane discipline for big rigs, and states' rights groups who don't like federal laws threatening their federal highway money.
Or, hear me out, merge coin. You merge, you earn. Merge to earn. I'm forming a PAC. It's already on the blockchain.
That's not an interest group, Chad. That's a felony waiting to happen.
A felony's just a startup the government hasn't invested in yet.
To gauge public opinion, I'd run a short 4-question survey. Question 1. When 2 lanes become one, do you merge early or at the merge point? Question 2. Have you seen a use both lanes merge here sign? Question 3. Would clearer signs get you to use the zipper merge? And question 4. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much does other people's merging stress you out? I'd then distribute it 3 ways. An online panel, DMV license renewal kiosks to catch actual drivers, and targeted social media to commuters, because that reaches the driving public where they already are.
Or put it on my story as a poll. Swipe up, tap tap, done. I'll get you 1,000,000 responses by lunch. #merge check. Are you an early merger or a zipper icon?
That's honestly a legitimate distribution channel. I hate that. South Carolina's federal officials are 2 U.S. senators, Tim Scott and Darlene Graham, who was appointed after Senator Lindsey Graham passed away in July, which makes her appointed, not elected. Plus 7 U.S. House members, Nancy Mace, Joe Wilson, Sherry Biggs, William Timmons, Ralph Norman, James Clyburn, and Russell Fry. I found them with the Find Your Representative tool on house.gov and the state list on senate.gov. Anyone can confirm their registration and see their congressional, state, and local districts at scvotes.gov, the State Election Commission's site.
Appointed, not elected, so nobody voted for her. And you're all just fine with that?
It's in the Constitution, Alex. The 17th Amendment lets a governor fill a Senate vacancy until an election. It's not a conspiracy. It's paperwork.
I looked up mine. I wrote to all 7 about merging.
Here's a short letter I'd send in support. Dear Representative Fry, as a South Carolina constituent, I'm writing to support Bill H.R. 1004, the National Zipper Merge Act. Using both lanes up to the merge point and then alternating is a low-cost fix with signage, not construction. It shortens backups and reduces the merge point conflicts that cause crashes and road rage. The problem today is that most drivers still think merging early is the courteous move, which leaves one lane backed up and the other empty, and turns the merge point into a place where people block, brake check, and force their way in. That gap between a stopped lane and a moving one is exactly what produces work zone collisions. I hope you'll support it in committee. Respectfully, a constituent. I'd send it through his official website contact form because congressional offices prioritize messages from verified in-state constituents, and it's the fastest route.
Send it. Send it right now. Send it twice.
It's a fictional bill, Chad. There's no one to send it to.
Send mine. All 7. Certified mail. Return receipt. I want signatures.
The committee goes through the bill section by section, marking it up with amendments. After that, if the committee approves it, it is what is called reported or voted out of committee. And then it goes to the full House floor for debate and a vote.
And then the king signs it.
The president, Professor. We don't have a king. That was sort of the entire point of the country. So, if our bill passes the House, it crosses to the Senate and repeats. Committee, then floor. If the two chambers pass slightly different versions, they reconcile the differences by exchanging amendments back and forth so that both pass with identical text.
The reconciliation. That's where they slip in the secret parts. Nobody reads the final text.
The final text is public, Alex. Anyone can read it. It then goes to the president, who can sign it into law or veto it. If he does nothing at all, it becomes law after 10 days anyway. Unless Congress has adjourned, then it dies. That's a pocket veto. But if he does actually veto it, Congress can override him with 2/3 of both chambers.
So the people can overrule the guy at the top. Huh. That's the first non-suspicious thing you've said all night.
Once it's signed, the bureaucracy takes over. The Federal Highway Administration would write the new sign into the MUTCD, the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, the actual federal rulebook that standardizes every road sign in the country. NHTSA would run the driver education campaigns, the Department of Transportation oversees it, and state DOTs install the signs and handle it on the ground. Their concerns would be the cost of new signage, driver confusion and resentment during the rollout, and states resenting the feds holding highway funding over their heads.
So my tax dollars are paying for signs telling me to do the thing I hate.
Enforcement would be automated. Cameras and maybe drones, watching the merge points and mailing out tickets, the same way a red light camera does, which naturally my colleagues have thoughts about.
First offense, they lose their license. Second offense, they lose their car. Third offense, they lose their freedom.
Tokenize the fine. 1 merge coin per violation, and we mint a scarlet letter NFT that follows you across every blockchain forever.
It's not about tickets. The merge drones. Facial recognition on every windshield. Logged for life. Why do you think they call it a merge point? It's a targeting point. Wake up!
In ancient Rome, a chariot that failed to yield was fed to the lions. I see no reason to deviate from tradition.
No, no, no. You post them. Ring cam footage, slow-mo, sad little piano. Hashtag merge shame. Public cancellation. Way scarier than a fine.
Okay, nobody's getting fed to lions, minted, drone struck, or canceled. In the real world, it's the boring version. An automated camera at the merge point, ticket in the mail, small fine. Like a red light camera. That's the whole punishment.
That's what they want you to think the punishment is.
Finally, states could challenge it in court, arguing that the federal government can't force states to change their traffic laws. That's true under the anti-commandeering rule. Washington can't directly order states around. So the bill uses highway funding conditions instead. And the key case there is South Dakota versus Dole from 1987, where the Supreme Court upheld Congress conditioning highway money on states raising the drinking age. The limit comes from NFIB versus Sebelius in 2012, which said a funding condition can't be so big it's coercive, like a gun to the head. So the whole courtroom drama would be whether our highway fund condition is a reasonable stipulation or considered unconstitutional coercion.
So, I can keep merging early.
Legally? Maybe. Socially? You're a monster.
And the drones still see you. There is no lane the drones can't see.
So, that's how a bill becomes a law. Committee, floor, the other chamber, the president, the agencies, and the courts. Even a ridiculous bill. Especially a ridiculous bill. Any final thoughts from the newsroom?
I'm airdropping MergeCoin to early adopters. Merge responsibly. Buy the dip.
I will merge early until the day I die. Subpoena me.
A magnificent piece of legislation. I understood absolutely none of it.
Full breakdown on my page. Link in bio. Smash that like. And hashtag merge wars if you're a zipper icon.
The drones are already up. Don't look now. Okay, look now. Look up!
I'm Leland Long, the only one here who read the bill. Good night.
H.R. 1004, the National Zipper Merge Act, is a fictional bill and is not now, nor has it ever been, actual law. Representative Cade Standstill, independent from Texas, is not a real person. Any resemblance to actual persons named after traffic conditions is purely coincidental. MergeCoin is not a security, a currency, or a good idea, and is not endorsed by Snarky AI News. Do not attempt to merge like a zipper into oncoming traffic, a body of water, or a decision you will regret. Karen was not harmed but remains furious. If road rage persists for more than 4 hours, consult a therapist, not a lawmaker. No lions were fed. The right lane ends, much like this video.